Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, spiritual global entrepreneurs. Welcome to the EGU podcast, Abundance Frequencies. You're with Michelle Reinhardt. Let's get cracking. Well, hello, folks. Today I have a treat lined up for you. I'm about to introduce you to a very valued member of my online community, Entrepreneurs Globally Unite, to teach you how to manifest magic in your life and business. I have to tell you a little background here. I did a course with this lady in 2016, and within weeks I had manifested several $1,000s and a coaching and mentoring scholarship worth thousands more. So you're going to want to pay attention. This lady is a wife and a mother, and she's known as a holistic business life coach in the online world, combining manifesting and business life skills to help you create the lifestyle and business you'll love without working endless hours. Between 2015 and 2012, Myra and Andre, now I've just given away the name, built 4 8-figure companies offline. They worked 18 hours a day, hardly spending any time together as a family. Late in 2012, they lost everything, and she realized that their unhappiness had manifested the destruction of their lives and created manifesting secrets to help other entrepreneurs manifest in their lives and business. Boy, we hear this a lot. Us entrepreneurs, we do the tough work so we can give it to you guys the easy way. So please join me in a big hello and a welcome to the show, Myra Kotze.
Thank you, Michelle. Well, you've had some great results, and I'm really excited to be sharing with the people that listens to your podcast.
Thank you. And it is indeed thanks to you. And I look forward to receiving a lot more results as time walks us through. So please, folks, grab a pen and paper. Turn off your zings and pings for 30 minutes. Commit to learning how to do this. Turn on your brain and allow Myra to teach you to get everything you want in life and business. Let's work together to ramp up your abundance frequency. And to get the ball rolling, Myra, the first question I have for you, lovely, is what is holistic coaching as opposed to business coaching?
Michelle, that's a good question. Holistic coaching combines the spiritual, personal, and business aspects of an entrepreneur's life. Because as entrepreneurs, there is no separation between who you are and your business. You are one. So your spiritual beliefs, your personal actions, and your business skills create your reality.
That's a very, very, very important point that you make, because I've seen so many people try to run lives separately, try to run a spiritual life, try to run a personal life, try to run a business. And they're all over the place. It's like having 3 separate personalities, vying for attention, vying for the limelight.
Yes, it's true. And when you have all of those different personalities or different things that you have to focus on, there's never balance. There's always something that's out of balance. And when there's something that's out of balance, things go wrong. Okay. And so, yes, to have that balance between you and your business as a person, and because most of the time you are the brand. Okay. And to have that balance is extremely important.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. And Myra, I'd love to invite you to speak directly to the heart of our listeners and share with them what your core message is.
It's very simple, actually. My core message is I believe that every entrepreneur can have the business and the lifestyle they truly want without working endless hours. There's one word that I really hate, and that's hustle. It's just so wrong. Okay. I've done that, and it was a disaster. So I've left this hustle thing behind me long ago. Okay. So And the law of attraction refers to the philosophy that like attracts like, and that energy, the energy we release into the world is the same energy we attract to our lives. And that's very important. We need to focus on putting the right energy out there. And if you're hustling all the time, you're going to just keep on hustling, and you're going to get more of that back into your life, and you're going to keep on hustling. Okay, so if you say that you want the lifestyle that you want, and you really say, I just want to work a couple of hours a week, that is what you're going to keep attracting. Okay, so it's very important for people to understand my message. You can have the business and the lifestyle you want, and you don't have to work endless hours. It can be done within a few hours a week. And I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. Please don't understand me wrong. Okay, because when I say this, people sometimes say, oh, it can never happen overnight. And I'm not saying that it's going to happen overnight for you. But if you start out with the right mindset, you are going to be able to achieve that. Okay.
Yeah, there's that word again, mindset.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
everything
what it comes down to.
Yes, everything comes back to your mindset, because we attract what we think about. And our mindset is the thing that thinks, or our minds are the things that thinks about the things that is what that we're creating.
Yeah,
so yes,
I couldn't agree more.
So when we learn how to manifest and ask from the universe in the right way, we raise our abundance frequency, and the universe in turn gives freely.
Now, look, I'm fascinated by all this. Clearly, this is why I got this show up and running, to help people understand how to do life easily. Now, there are coaches around every corner these days, and there are business coaches, there's life coaches, there's weight loss coaches, there's coaches here, there, and everywhere. What attracted me and why I invited you on the show, Myra, was because you combine several things to create that holistic approach. Would you share with us why that is so much of an importance in today's spiritual world, and also how you do it, how you bring it all together so that it is unique and you get the results? Because I know you get the results. I'm a living testament.
Yes, that's very important. The results are always important. I work with people in their spiritual, personal, and business aspects. Okay, so a business coach normally just works and focuses on the business. Your spiritual coach will specifically just focus on that, okay, on your spiritual side. But I work with everything. I work with you as a holistic person, as one human being, because like I said, you cannot split the two. Okay, so when I'm coaching my clients, we normally have a specific topic scheduled for a specific date. And sometimes I will pick up in the vibrations, and other times the client will just start speaking about it and say what they're feeling and that they're going through a difficult time right now. And then what I'll do is we'll drop what we were supposed to be talking about immediately, and I will start working with my client on the things that's going on inside of them at that moment. Okay, so, and many times there are issues of confidence, fear, anger, maybe illness, a loss of a family member. There's so many things. Michelle, you went through something similar. You've lost your mom not too long ago, and you know what impact it had on your business and your life. Okay, and these issues can have a great impact in your life and in your business. And when I work with my clients and we can resolve that problem that we're facing at that moment, I'm giving you the opportunity to heal and to become productive in your business again. So let me give you an example. I have a client that writes amazing children's books, and we're working on her story and as well on her brand story for each of her books that she's written so far, so that she's got a short way of telling her clients what each book is about. And she's really struggling with this. And the reason for that is because she doesn't see the value of her own work. And that all comes back to your self-image and your mindset again. Okay. And this is really something that we've been working on now for, I would say, about 3 to 4 weeks. And I actually got a message from her just yesterday saying she thinks that she's now actually seeing what worthy is in the work that she's doing and in these books, because her previous example or answer to me was just, but they're just nice to buy. It's just parents will buy them because they're nice. And her books go so much deeper. They're not just a normal children's stories. She puts so much more into them. And now that she's finally seeing the value of each of her books and what they can actually give to the children and to the parents, she is able to get through this part of what we need to create in her business and actually move on. Okay, so with holistic coaching, a client would normally just hire one coach. If you don't have an holistic coach, you have to have more than one coach. Like I mentioned before, you'll have a business coach and you'll have a spiritual coach. And it makes it difficult sometimes because the spiritual coach doesn't really understand what you have to go through on the business side. So when you try and explain that to the spiritual coach, what is it that I'm going through on the business side, they don't always understand it because they focus on spiritualism, okay? And where I can focus on all of that and I can help my client to heal faster and they can get the outcomes they want so much faster. So the results is there much faster than when you're trying to solve these problems between two different coaches.
I'm sitting and nodding, and of course no one can see me doing that.
Yes, nobody can see you.
I know, and I hear you big time. And I love that because I have a spiritual coach and I have a business coach. And yeah, having that whole thing in one person, it truly emanates that holistic, that heart-to-heart connection that we need with people to bring out the very best in us.
Yes, it definitely does. And then, of course, I'm very spiritual and I believe in God, and I fully believe that everything starts with manifesting. Everything in your life and in your business starts with manifesting. We manifest our lives at this present moment, but most of us don't know it or believe it.
I agree completely, and I often say to my clients that they are magnificent manifestors because everything they see when they look around them, they have created.
Yes.
It may not be what they want around them, but they have created it. So it's a very, very big topic. And we're going to get to, folks, exactly the steps that you can do to really make this happen in your life. But before we do that, there is a block, isn't there, Myra, in people manifesting?
Yes, there is definitely a block. People block themselves by fear and disbelief. And also, I would say, when they start manifesting, Michelle, and I know when we went through this last year with you, we went through the same thing. You start manifesting and you're sort of holding back. You're not sure, you don't believe, and you're not sure really, am I worthy of what I'm asking for? And then people start blocking themselves. You must never think of, am I worthy to get it? Because you are. You've been created. And you've created so much in your life. So you are always worthy of what you're asking. Doesn't matter how big or small it is. Okay, so stop thinking that you're not worthy and think big. Don't be scared to manifest big, because if you can ask the universe to give you the ability to write a bestseller, why would you ask the universe to just help you create great blog posts? They're both important, but you can ask for both. And that is what's so important, is people need to understand and believe that they can actually manifest everything in the world that they really want. So I work with people through all those blocks that they've got so that they can really get the results they truly want from manifesting.
And yes, I agree completely. I have done manifesting courses in the past and they haven't worked. And it has been because I had to actually, I'll say it, clear my shit first to get over myself enough to believe my self-worth. And believe me, and those that have known me for years previously would not have thought for a second that I'd be one hosting these things today. So there's a bit of work to be done. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it. And we wouldn't have the life and the challenges and the beautiful stories that we have that come out at the other end of our successes. And so having said that, Myra, there have been manifesting courses that I have done that haven't worked. What makes you different?
Well, yes, like you say, in my experience, only approximately 1 out of 1,000 people get what they want out of the law of attraction and manifesting courses as they are taught. Okay, and that's less than 1%, Michelle, which is very, very low. And that's why so many people get fed up with this. And they just think, oh, you know what, it's never going to help me. It's never going to work for me, so why even try? And that I don't want people to do. I want people to understand how powerful you really are and what a powerful life you can really create for yourself when you really know how to manifest. And that is really something that most people don't get out of these courses that's been taught. Okay, so I teach people the secrets behind the secret, if you want to put it that way. I know everybody knows the book The Secret and the movie The Secret, and very few people has actually gotten any results from what they've been trying to do out of it. But not everything is there, and not everybody that gets things out of manifesting or gets results out of manifesting and then eventually starts teaching it actually knows what they need to really be doing and how to help people to get out of the blocks they have, because a lot of people do this manifesting thing completely naturally. They don't even know that they're doing it. Okay, and then there's a lot of us, like I said, 99% of us that would read a book like The Secret and would do other courses like you've done, and they get absolutely nothing out of it. And I think the reason for that is we need to first clear the brainwashing that's gone on during our lives. We've been brainwashed. It's just a fact. You either brainwashed yourself by the negative talk that's going on inside your inner dialogue all the time, or you've been brainwashed by outside factors. So the first thing I do is we get rid of all the brainwashing and we get you to be really raw, you. Who are you and how powerful you are? And then we move on and we raise your vibrations to a level of abundance. And then thirdly, we get very clear on what you want and we quit worrying about how it's going to happen.
Oh, I like that.
And then the fourth thing we do is we retune your destiny to automatically manifest abundance. Now, in most of these courses, or I think all of them, I am the only one that I know of that actually does live training, group training, and I teach live every week, and I am there to answer the questions. Michelle, you've worked with me in the small training that I did. It was really small. It wasn't the full course. And you had some breakthroughs. You've had real great breakthroughs. But in the beginning, if I recall correctly, you did struggle.
I did.
And once you had that clarity, yes, when you had the clarity, I can remember very clearly we had a call. And when that clarity came to you, it was as if all the vibrations around you completely changed and your inner vibration completely aligned with everything around you. And it was just such a beautiful thing to see. Now, you see, the thing is when people put a book out there, you have to read it and you've got to interpret it. There's nobody that can help you and say, no, wait, you've interpreted incorrectly. They put video trainings out there, and you've got to sit and watch these videos, and you've got to figure out for yourself, am I doing it right or am I doing it wrong? And a lot of them say they will be there to help you, but how many of them actually does help you? And that's why I have done my Manifesting Secrets course completely different. You're never going to watch a recorded video, and I am going to be there every step of the way, and I'm going to help you to get the results that you really want to get out of manifesting.
And you make it very real, and then you ramp it up. And I love that. And there's many of the little tricks and tips I learned through your course, Myra, that I've actually taken on into my clients' evolution as well. So in a completely different sense, because I don't teach manifestation, I teach spiritual development. But life is the same, whichever angle we come at. And, you know, if I do something and it's going to work, with full credit to you, I'm going to find a way to make it work for my clients too, because at the end of the day, we're here to serve.
Yes, we are.
And we're here to help people get results.
Yes. That is what's the most important for me, Michelle, is that people need to get results. And if you can't give them a result, why do you want to even waste your own time or their time by putting something out there and you cannot give them results? Results is the thing that's going to keep your clients coming back to you over and over and over again. And you're very welcome to use anything you've learned from me when you work with your clients. Really, you are very welcome to.
Thank you. Look, I'm going to ask people to just shake it up. I don't like this statistic of only 1% succeeding. And I know for a fact that when I did that course with you, Myra, I was probably the only one that completed it.
Yes, you were.
And having said that, I was the only one that got results. So, folks, don't do that to yourselves. If you're going to start something, see it through. You owe it to yourself to be honest to yourself and to finish what you start. That's how we raise our vibration. That's how we get our confidence. That's how we build that mind muscle, the success muscle. That's how we get everything that we want, by being truthful and honest with ourselves. And it's so much fun.
Yes, it is. The manifesting course is a lot of fun. And the results you get from anything that you finish is a huge boost for your self-image. So, yes, Michelle, that's very, very important, is to finish it.
Now, something else, Myra, that, and I'm really super mindful of our time, so I want to ramp it up a little bit because I want people to get to these hot takeaways that we've got at the bottom. But when I ask clients what they want in life, I'm very often given a very blank look back at me, because people don't even take the time, not everyone, but a lot of people don't even take the time to map out their lives so that it is a unique experience, so that they don't leave any music in them at the end. How specific do you need to be when asking the universe for things to manifest?
Michelle, you need to be extremely specific. It's like you say, when you ask somebody what do you want for your life, they sit and they think and they look at you. It's like there's no lights on inside that house. Okay, the lights are gone. There's nothing happening because they don't know. And they don't take the time, like you rightly said. And specifically, actually, for this podcast, I went and created a freebie that I want to give to your people. And I'm now going to give it away on my website as well, but I'm going to give that to your people specifically because we spoke about this podcast. And I'm very excited about this freebie because it's really going to take you time. It's going to give you about 60 minutes, maybe 120 minutes of your time that you need to take and go and sit down and really get specific. And I tell you step by step in this freebie how to become very specific with what you want. But let me give you an example of how specific you need to be. You need to remember that you put the vibration out there, you put what you want out there, you put it into the universe, and the universe or God or the creator or whatever people wants to call it has to listen and hear. And it's not just you. There's millions of us on this earth, and we are all putting vibrations out of there, okay? And let's face it, the universe doesn't have the time to sit and say, wow, does Myra want a blue car, or does she want a yellow car? Okay, so you need to be extremely specific, because what you ask, you get. Okay, and if you're not specific, you're just going to get any car, and it's not going to be the car that you want. So I always say to my students, if you want to manifest something new, and let's take the car for instance, you need to say, what make car do I want? What model must it be? What does its engine capacity have to be? What extras do I want in it? Does it have to have a Bluetooth kit so that I can speak safely on the phone when I'm driving? Does it have to have controls for the radio on the steering wheel, that I don't have to look down to where the radio sits to be able to control the radio, and I'm still safe in driving because I can just use it on my steering wheel? Do I want material seats or cloth seats in place of leather seats? And you know, to people it sounds ridiculous when I say that you have to be that specific. So when you say, I want a new car, you're going to say, I want a Toyota, let's call it, I don't even know all the makes, that's all the models that's out there anymore, but let's say a Toyota RAV.
I'll go with the Lamborghini.
You'll go with the Lamborghini. Yeah. Okay, I don't know them. I am a Toyota fan. I'm simple. I love Toyota. Okay, so yes, and I always wanted a Toyota RAV, and then I got it, and it wasn't what I wanted because I didn't do enough research. Okay, and that comes back to what you want. Sometimes you want something, but if you don't do the research and you really know that that is the thing you want, you're going to get it, because I got it. I got that Toyota RAV that I manifested, and I hated it. The first mountain I had to drive up, it didn't have that speed and that power, and I'm a power freak. Okay, when I get behind the steering wheel, I want to feel the power go through my body. That has to vibrate through me. Okay, so I got this RAV and I hated it. I got to the office. It was when Andre and I still owned our offline businesses. And I burst out in tears. And it was the first day I got this car. And I said to him, I hate it. I want my old car back. And he said to me, you cannot have it back. They're not going to give it back to you. Okay. So you need to be very specific in what you want. And sometimes you need to do some research into what it is that you really want. Because you might think you want one thing. And if you do the research, you're going to see, no, okay, this car doesn't have the power that I want. It's not going to give me what I really want. I'm not going to go up that mountain at 120 kilometers an hour. I'm not going to get that rush that I want. Okay, for me in a car, that's very specific. So, yes, I got this car and I hated it. And luckily, Andre took it over from me just a few months later. And I could go and get the car that I really wanted. So I manifested another car because I desperately hated this car. And but there's also something else that I want to ask people or want to tell people about, not just about how specific they need to be, but also remember, you never manifest negative things. So when I hated this car, I didn't want to manifest it away. I wanted to manifest the car I wanted in its place. Right. So if you manifest something because you made a mistake, say thank you for it and just manifest a new thing.
Perfect. I love that.
So that's very, very important, that you need to be very specific. So list everything that you want in the car or in a house, or Michelle, we did the house one with you, the gardens, the kitchen, everything, what it looks like. When you walk in the front door, what do you see? The furniture, the stove, the fridges, everything that you want in your dream house. If you don't have your dream house now, list everything and be very specific, because the universe cannot give you what you want if you don't know what you want.
That's so very true, Myra, and you've just prompted me to offer an extra special freebie in terms of a guided meditation that I'll put the link to in the show notes for people from me. I've never given this one away before, so I'd be thrilled to help people to fine-tune and add in the senses and everything that you need to make it a reality.
And I think together with the freebie that I've got, I'm sure you're going to list it as well, it's going to really help people to boost their manifesting and get really awesome results.
I'm sure it will. Now, Myra, we are coming down to the bottom of the hour, and I know that you have 3 hot takeaways to offer our guests, our listeners.
Yes, Michelle, the first one is right now. Your life externally is a true reflection of what you believe. And take a minute to think about that. Like you've said in the beginning, they've all manifested what they've got. Might not be what they want. So the next thing that I want you to think about is, if you don't like what is reflected at you, you have the power to change that. And if you learn how the secret natural laws of manifesting really works and you integrate it into your daily life, you can ask the universe for everything you want in life. And the last thing, sorry?
No, I was just going to say I just had a shoot of goosebumps. I call them joy bumps right down my spine.
Yes, they are very amazing to get, aren't they?
Oh, they are.
Okay.
They are.
And the last thing is, align your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions. The path to your dream life begins with you.
Myra, that's very powerful. And we spoke earlier about the beauty of having a business and a holistic coach, aka you. And the thing is, with a spiritual coach, you can learn how to meditate. You can learn to be still in your mind. You can learn all those things you need. But without action, you will not achieve anything more than stillness. That doesn't get you the lifestyle that you need and that you deserve.
No, it definitely doesn't. And that's the sad thing, is so many people don't believe that they deserve more than what they've got. And I want to urge everyone that's listening to this podcast and tell them that you do deserve the best that there is. And by learning how to manifest those things, you can really have your dream life.
Absolutely. And look, I know you've offered, and in the links, folks, there's a fantastic giveaway, and I'll get Myra to explain that in a moment. The difference between someone investing into their future, what will that do for someone on a physical and metaphysical plane, Myra?
Michelle, that's a very good question. That's a problem we have in today's society, is with everything that you can Google out there. There's so much information out there. People think that they can just go and Google the problem they have and it's free, and so they don't have to actually pay for anything. But the mistake they're making is they're confusing information with transformation. And if you really want a transformation, I urge you to get yourself a coach that knows what they're doing, that can help you to get the transformation. If we could get transformations on our own, everybody would be doing it on a daily basis. The internet cannot give you a transformation. It can give you information only.
I love that answer. I love that so very much. And we do pay one way or the other, in time or in money.
Yes, we do. And you know what? Time is the thing that you cannot get more of. Money you can get more of. But time you can never get more of.
Pardon me for speaking over you, but particularly if you learn these tools of manifestation.
Yes, definitely. I mean, you have got great goals and you have manifested quite a couple of thousands of dollars in the last couple of months. So yes, you are living proof of this, that it is definitely going to, that you can definitely get more money. But we all know time is something that's very, very expensive.
Exactly right. And just for the record, more than a couple of thousand and counting and climbing. So it's exciting days, that's for sure. With our world shifting and changing, the vibration, the energy, everything is shifting. It's asking us to rise and step up and take our place and to lead others through this. And that's why we're here. So I just want to recap for people the 4 really key steps here to clear the brainwashing. That's what Myra can help you do, help you raise your vibration into the level of abundance, help you get very, very clear with exactly what you do want as opposed to what you need, and also to retune you into a magnificent vibration of abundance. Anything else that you'd like to add, Myra? I'd love for you to share with our listeners how you can be found.
Michelle, the best way to find me is on Facebook. Email is always just so many emails coming in from everywhere. So I prefer just a Facebook chat, and you will find me on Myra. Let me just make sure. I think it's Myra Kotze 1. On Facebook, if you have to search for me, because you're not necessarily going to know what I look like, but I'm sure you put a picture up so people will see what I look like, and I'll be easy to be found.
Absolutely.
Michelle, can you also maybe put a link to my Facebook page on your blog post and everywhere where you're going to be putting this out?
Of course. Absolutely.
It would be great. Yes, it's Myra Kotze 1. Yes.
Yep,
all one word.
Yeah, we can certainly do that. And Myra's website is chilledliving.com if you want to check out a little bit more about what she does. And the link to her giveaway, which is created just for you people, is in the show notes listed below as well. I would love to invite people to stop and think and sink into your heart and ask yourself if your life is where you'd like it to be. Change is up to you, and you don't have to do it alone. There is no easy road, but believe me, everyone would be on it if there were. But there is a smart one, and it's by aligning with someone that inspires you to take quantum leaps and bounds in your life. To journey with you would be our privilege. If it's Myra, you can find her, as I said, at chilledliving.com. Further contact details are below in the show notes. We invite you to step up and change the stats. I'm not happy with 1% of people getting what they truly feel they deserve and believe and can achieve in their lives. Are you happy with that, Myra?
Yes, I am.
Happy with?
I would love to help as many people as that wants help. Anyone that wants help to actually just create their dream life, I am here. You are very welcome to contact me.
Perfect. And the freebie invites you to take a good look at exactly what you do want in your life. Take the time, guys. Take the time to map it out and take the steps towards creating your dream life. Thank you for joining us. You'll find me, Michelle Reinhardt, at $1,000,000mindset.com, Myra Kotze at chilledliving.com. You'll find us both inside the dynamic community on Facebook, Entrepreneurs Globally Unite. And with that, I'd like to remind you, folks, to shine bright, superstars, because that's why you're here. And we'll see you next week. Myra, thank you for joining us and for your wisdom and inspiration. It's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you, Michelle. It was wonderful to be here. I really had a lot of fun. And I would love to chat to you and everybody in your community that wants to chat to me.
Thank you. Goodbye,
Thank you very much.
We'll see you next week. Bye.